The men who are truly dangerous don't waste their time talking about it because they know they don't need to prove themselves to anyone. They move differently, think differently, and command respect without saying a word. While weak men chase validation, a dangerous man already knows his worth, and that alone makes people uneasy. But here's the thing, becoming that kind of man isn't about luck, genetics, or trying to act tough. It's about developing the right traits, the kind that make people feel your presence before you even speak. And in this video, we're breaking down exactly what those traits are. So pay attention, because most men will never figure this out. The first and perhaps most vital trait that makes you a dangerous man is emotional control. Weak men are reactive. They get offended easily, lash out over small things, and let their emotions control them. But a truly dangerous man controls his emotions like a weapon. He doesn't let anger, fear, or frustration dictate his actions. He keeps his head clear, while everyone else loses theirs. Psychologists call this emotional resilience, the ability to stay calm and strategic even under pressure. The reason powerful men are so intimidating is because they don't react like normal people. Someone insults them, they smirk and move on. Life throws chaos at them, they adjust and keep going. That level of control makes people nervous, because a man who can't be manipulated emotionally can't be controlled at all. Secondly, powerful men understand power. Power isn't money, muscles, or status. It's about control. Control over yourself, over your decisions, over the way people respond to you. Weak men chase power without understanding it. A dangerous man studies it, learns it, and wields it effortlessly. The philosopher Niccolo Machiavelli wrote that power is about perception. People follow those they believe are in control. That's why the most powerful men in history weren't always the strongest or richest. They were the ones who knew how to manipulate the game. A dangerous man understands who actually holds power, how it works, and how to make sure he's never at the bottom of the food chain. Next is extreme competence. A dangerous man is a high-value man, not because of money or status, but because he's damn good at what he does. He masters his craft, whether it's business, fighting, strategy, or something else. People respect skill, and the man who's elite at something always holds power. Look at the most influential men in history. Every single one had something they excelled at. And when a man reaches a level of competence where he knows his worth, he stops chasing, stops begging, and starts demanding respect just by existing. A man who's dangerous doesn't need to say it. You feel it when he walks into a room. Number 4 is the ability to walk away. The moment a man needs something too badly, he's lost his power. Whether it's a woman, a job, approval, or validation, neediness is the biggest weakness. A dangerous man. He never clings, never begs, and never stays where he isn't valued. This is called outcome independence in psychology, the ability to detach emotionally and walk away when necessary. People fear losing a man who isn't afraid to leave because that kind of man is rare. Whether it's in business, relationships, or life, the man who knows his worth and refuses to settle is the one who always wins. 5. Calculated aggression. A dangerous man isn't violent for no reason, but he's also not afraid of violence. He carries himself in a way that says, I don't start problems, but I can end them. There's a calm confidence in a man who knows he's capable of defending himself, but doesn't need to prove it. Jordan Peterson famously describes this as being a dangerous man who keeps himself under control. Strength isn't about attacking, it's about having the ability to, but knowing when to hold back. A man like this isn't just respected, he's feared in the right way, because the most dangerous man in the room is the one who could go to war, but chooses peace. Next, dangerous men are unpredictable. Predictability is a weakness. If people can read you, they can control you. If they know your patterns, they can outmaneuver you. The most dangerous men are unreadable, unexpected, and always one move ahead. In Sun Tzu's famous book, The Art of War, he teaches that the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. A dangerous man never lets anyone fully understand his next move. He keeps people guessing, never reveals his full hand, and always holds an ace up his sleeve. One day he's charming, the next he's dead serious. No one ever truly knows what he's thinking, and that's what keeps him in control. 7. He has unshakable self-belief. Most men crumble under self-doubt. They hesitate, second-guess themselves, and wait for permission to act. A dangerous man? He doesn't ask, he decides. He moves with certainty, even when others don't see the vision. Psychologists call this self-efficacy, and it is the belief that your actions directly shape your outcomes. Weak men sit around hoping things will work out. Strong men make it happen. That energy is magnetic. People gravitate toward a man who knows he's going to win, even before he does. 8. They've mastered the art of silence. A weak man talks too much, always explaining, always justifying, always trying to prove something. But a dangerous man lets his presence do the talking. He understands that silence makes people uneasy, and in that space, he controls the room. Psychological studies show that people fear the unknown, and nothing is more unpredictable than a man who doesn't spill every thought in his head. Silence makes people lean in. They wonder what he's thinking, what he's planning. And when he finally does speak, every word carries weight. Number 9, influence. Real power isn't about forcing people to do something, it's about making them want to do it. A truly dangerous man knows how to persuade, inspire, and shift the energy in any room. He understands how to make people feel something, and that's where real power lies. This is backed by Robert Cialdini's research on influence, where he explained that humans are naturally drawn to authority, confidence, and scarcity. The dangerous man uses this to his advantage. He doesn't beg for attention. He becomes the man people seek out. He doesn't force respect. He naturally earns it. And once he understands how people's minds work, he becomes truly uncontrollable. And lastly, all dangerous men understand the power of presence. A man's presence is his silent weapon. Before he even opens his mouth, people feel his energy. It's the way he carries himself, the way he walks into a room, the way his eyes lock onto someone and never flinch. This isn't just confidence, it's dominance. Studies show that body language controls perception, and a man who moves with purpose, stands tall, and speaks deliberately commands respect without saying a word. People feel uneasy around a man who doesn't seek validation, who doesn't try to fill silence with useless words. They listen when he speaks, not because he demands it, but because they don't want to miss what he has to say. If you've made it to the end of this video, you're already ahead of most men, because most guys don't even think about leveling up, let alone seek out the truth about what makes a man truly powerful. But watching isn't enough. You have to apply this. The world doesn't respect potential, it respects results. So take what you've learned here, start moving differently, and stop waiting for permission to become the man you were meant to be. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you power. You either take it or you stay invisible. The choice is yours.